Hello, hello, everybody. This is Angela Jackson. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast today. It's been some changes. As you can see, we are starting this broadcast today at 8 o'clock as opposed to 7. So, moving forward, be looking for us to air at 8 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. instead of 6 o'clock. We typically would air at 6 o'clock. So for moving forward, we will be airing Beauty for Ashes broadcast live on YouTube and on Facebook at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Angela Jackson. I am your licensed cosmetologist, hair loss and cranial prosthesis specialist. I help my clients recover from medical related hair loss and regain their confidence and take back their power. And so today we're going to do a broadcast or a presentation actually on why it is that you should consider polishing up your look, whether it be for corporate or, for offices or for virtual events. It is so important how we present ourselves to the public and facing ourselves forward as our best selves when we are greeting the public and when we are in front of other people. How many people realize that? The first perception that people get of you is when the first 5 minutes that you walk through the door. So, how you present yourself in that first 5 minutes could determine a lot of things. And whether or not they are true things, people have preconceived ideas of what they think about you. It could affect opportunities. If you're not showing up as your best polished self, it could hinder opportunities for growth and advancement. And so it is so important for us to make sure that when we are presenting ourselves to the public, that we put our best face forward. And so I want to talk to particularly our ladies about how to create that polished professional look using makeup. So a couple podcasts ago, I did a live where I actually did a day look on myself. And I don't know if it came across or not. You guys didn't give me feedback. Give me feedback because I want to know what can I do to improve, because the goal is to be able to read across in a way that you get results and benefit from that which I'm speaking about or that which I am teaching. If it's not beneficial to you, it's no point in doing it. And so I definitely welcome your feedback so that we could grow and be better at offering you the services that are beneficial for you. So I did a live broadcast where I actually went into different tools that are necessary to put on makeup and different ways to apply it. A lot of my clients, they have the desire to put on makeup and not for vainglory, just to polish it up a little bit, um, to maximize their strong points, to bring out their natural beauty, and to maybe conceal those things that maybe are not so flattering to us, right? Because we all know that, we all have our own way of seeing imperfections within ourselves, and there's some things we might want to conceal a little bit. And so I went into, some examples of how we could get that 5 minute glow. And so this training is going to be about that, about simplifying it a little bit so that you can do your own makeup like the professionals do it and be prepared whenever you need to be prepared. How many people remember, um, a time where we were all quarantined, but we still had to show up for work, right? Wasn't so fun when supervisor asked for that camera to be on and we weren't camera ready. I remember myself, excuse me, at the time I had a corporate job as well as, being a cosmetologist to my clients. And my supervisor asked me to turn that camera on, and who of all people wasn't ready? Me. I was not ready. Hair was not ready. Face was not ready. I had to ask her to give me 5 minutes so I can get myself together to turn that camera on, because nothing's worse than having to show up and not being prepared. So this podcast today is going to be about that. We're going to discuss why it's important for you to have professional makeup instructions. How many people know that YouTube University has a plethora of information, and it's a lot of great artists out there, some makeup artists and some just people that just know how to do makeup, and they do a great job, but it can be confusing sometimes, right? Even myself as a professional, when I go out there just to see what's out there, I can get confused. It's so much information, and sometimes, the outcome of the result, while beautiful, it might not necessarily be for me what I want. I typically like a very natural day look. All I want to do is enhance my natural beauty. I don't want to over makeup. I don't want to wear it heavy at all. I like to just do a little glow just so that I could freshen up my face, wake up my face, and feel great, from the inside out. And so sometimes it could not necessarily be what I want. And then sometimes it could be a lot of steps, right? A lot of steps. Okay, do this, do that. What type of brush is it? What color? So, sometimes we just don't know. And so I want to be able to simplify that, which is why I have created an opportunity for you all to join me where we could come together as a group. We could show up on a live, and not a live, but a private virtual event where would literally take you step by step through a very simplistic process. You will also get color matching. So you won't have to be confused about what color foundation do I need? What type of foundation do I need? Why do I need this type of foundation? Is concealer necessary? Where do I put it? With what tool do I use to put it? What colors are complementary to my skin tone or my undertone? We'll talk about all of that. You'll have my time just to answer your questions, to guide you along the way. And the best part is that you'll have the recording for a lifetime. So if you need to go back to reference something, if you think that you forgot something, you'll have the recording for a lifetime. And because it's an interactive virtual, unless you just want to do a look and see, you'll have an opportunity to actually go through the steps with me. So not only am I training you and teaching you the basics of how to do it, you're also following along as you're doing it to yourself. And so you're able to say, okay, this is what she's using and this is how she's doing it. So, it creates memory so that you're actively going through the steps with me. And it makes it a lot simpler when you're actually hands on with it. And so I'm excited about this opportunity. I will post a link at the end of this broadcast. If you're interested, I need you to sign up. Because I'm only doing a small class. And so make sure that you sign up right away. I'm only hosting no more than about 7 people because I want to be able to engage with each person individually. So for the first people that sign up, you will have an opportunity to have my time one-on-one to actually learn how to do your makeup, whether it be for the office, just because virtual meetings, whatever it is, you will have all the deets of how to create that polished look from the comforts of your home and to have your makeup done just like the professionals do it. So I'm excited about that. So let's get into this, right? Okay, so we know that our look could significantly impact like opportunities. Like people formulate ideas and opinions about us the first 5 minutes that we walk into the room, right? How many of us have ever walked into a room and you just don't feel all the way put together? It kind of dampens the mood, right? And your vibrations or your energy, if you will, can sometimes be thrown off if you kind of feel like not your best self, especially when it's a very important event or meeting, or, let's say if you have a presentation where all eyes are on you, you want to make sure that people are not distracted by, you just not being put together. Because I'm telling you, people make judgments whether we like it or not. And this is a world of competition. Unfortunately, especially in corporate, we are always competing for the attention of the decision makers, or we're always competing for the attention of whomever so that we can get from point A to point B, or whatever the goal is. And so we want to make sure that we are always presenting ourselves as our best selves, because not only does it help us to feel good inside, when we look good, we feel good. And when we feel good about ourselves, we go out and we do good. And so, this is an important opportunity to be able to do just that. So, let me get into my presentation, and I want you to follow along with me. And let's just get a visual as to why we need to have this type of training. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to upload. All right, so this seminar is about, or um, broadcast, it's about how to day makeup techniques for the corporate office. We're going to do a simplified makeup application. Okay, so we're going to make this very simple, nothing too difficult, nothing confusing, very simple, very hands on. You'll walk away with a wealth of knowledge, and you'll have the confidence to do your makeup just like the pros do from the very comforts of your home. So, makeup is a way to express our individuality. It can hide imperfections while accentuating our strong features. It has the ability to create dimensions to the face, creating a balance of light and dark shadows to enhance our natural beauty. It also adds life to our face that could boost our confidence and our self esteem. So, we're not one dimensional beings. Our faces are three-dimensional. We have angles, we have um, all kinds of shapes and dimensions to our face. And so, what makeup does is that it creates a balance for the light to be able to reflect and retract on our face so that we don't look so flat. Have you ever taken a picture where you don't have, perhaps, let's say you don't have any makeup on, no foundation, no tinted moisturizer, and you take a picture and you're standing against someone who may have a little bit of color, a little bit of something going on? If you look at the two faces, you'll notice one will stand out and the other is flat. Typically, the one without the makeup has a more flat look, and it can make us look dead in photos. I remember doing one time I did a bride, and wow, her makeup was natural, because my brides, I typically keep it natural and very classic because you want the pictures to be timeless. She couldn't understand my reason for doing highlights and contour. Now, while the highlights and contour that I did was very soft and natural, couldn't really tell. She couldn't understand at the time why, until she saw what her photographer showed her as an example of what her photos would look like versus if she did not have it, and she could see. So a lot of times we're visual, and we really need to be able to see it in order to get an understanding of what that looks like. But definitely, makeup definitely will change how we look. So, again, I'm Angela Jackson. I am a licensed cosmetologist and have been for over 30 years. And in the beginning of my career as a cosmetology student, I fell in love with makeup while attending Dudley Beauty College in Washington, D.C. And so I was so excited to have an opportunity to create makeup looks for my classmates. We were doing our graduating pictures, and we did not have anyone, believe it or not, in my graduating class that knew how to do makeup. Well, I had never done makeup really before. I mean, put on a little eyeliner, some mascara, and some lipstick is about all I did. But because I had the gift of art. I've always been artistically talented as it relates to art. So drawing and painting, oil painting, and sketching and things like that was something that God gifted me to be able to do. And so for me, doing makeup for my classmates was very easy because it was like, their face is my canvas and I'm going to go paint. Well, needless to say, it turned out pretty good. Everyone looked, very pretty, very natural. And I remember hearing my teacher say to me, she was like, "You know what, Angela, I think you missed your calling." And that never left my mind. Like, I always thought, okay, well, maybe I could incorporate this in cosmetology because I had a love for doing hair as well. But this was also something that I loved. It was fun. It didn't feel like work. It was just exciting to be able to create different looks with makeup. And so that was the beginning of my journey to discover more about color palettes and more about texture and more about light and dimensions. And there's just so much to it. But for me, it was just intriguing to learn, that you can create different structures to the face. You can make the face slimmer, you can make the face fuller, you can lift the face up. Like it was just like, oh my God, this is my thing. And so that is when I fell in love with it. And so I've been doing this for over 30 years. I have just recently added to my expertise the trichology piece and the the non-surgical hair solutions piece, which is now my new passion, helping women, anyone who is encountering medical related hair loss get their confidence back. I know personally what that feels like, when you've lost your hair. And so image is everything, and it's not about being vain or anything like that, but it's about when you look in the mirror just feeling good about yourself, feeling good about the reflection that you see. We have so much self-talk, and a lot of time it's negative. And yeah, so I just enjoy what I do. I enjoy, turning my clients around to the mirror and seeing their whole face light up because they see a better version of themselves. So anyway, this is what I do, and I absolutely love it. So remember this, guys. Remember COVID-19, right? Remember that shutdown? We was all locked in the house and we couldn't go anywhere and we couldn't do anything and we didn't know what this thing was. And we was like, God, are we going to live? We going to die? What's going to happen? Is this the end of the world? We were just clueless. We didn't have any answers, right? And so we didn't conceive. I don't think any of us conceived that something like this could happen, but it did. And if we can be honest, we would have to say that we don't know that something like this would ever happen again or not. We just don't know. We don't have any control of that. But if it does, why not be prepared before it happens? One of the things that I was always taught as a young girl is that it's always better to be proactive than reactive. And what that means is be prepared so that you don't have to get prepared. So I've always developed the mindset of having more, too much of something than not enough. Because if I have too much and don't need it, in my mind, it's always better than not having enough and needing it and then not being able to get that which I need. I always have kind of lived my life by that. And so, yeah, so COVID-19 brought its challenges. And one of the challenges was that we still had to telework. Work was still in full effect, and folk had to show up on those cameras and they had to perform and they had to do their jobs just as they would if they were in the office, right? So life happens, but we still must forge on and create some type of normalcy to keep things going. But while this was happening, so was that. Remember all the salons were closed? Non-essential workers couldn't go in there because this thing was like, so contagious. We couldn't have contact with other people. So there were no hairstylists that was doing any type of hair, any type of makeup, nails, nothing. None of that was happening. And so while, we still had to show up like this during a time where none of that was going on, how many of us started looking like that? How many of us was at home doing the best that we knew how to do with that hair, trying to get the color of that foundation to match, put a little color on our face, but we was showing up like this and trying to cover it up because those salons was looking like that. So that is why I feel that it is important for us to be proactive and not reactive. Hence is why we are doing this free training for just 7 wonderful ladies. 7 wonderful ladies were given an opportunity to connect with me on a live virtual event where you will have some private time with me. We'll go through your makeup kit. If you don't have a makeup kit, I can tell you what you need to get prepared. Very minimal. You don't need a whole kit of makeup brushes and a whole caboodle of lip gloss and chapsticks and color and we don't need all of that. We're going to keep it very simple, and we're going to have a result that you can feel good about, right? And so we're hosting 7 women in a live training where we could be able to do those demonstrations and show you how to be ready right from the comforts of your home in 15 minutes or less, not even 15 minutes. Like literally you could do it in 5 minutes, really. Once you have your tools and I show you how to do it, it's going to be secondhand nature to you, like breathing. You don't even think about it, you just know what to do. So we're going to make it very simple for you ladies. This is one of my friends and my clients. This is the type of looks that we do, okay? We do very natural, classic, soft looks. And excuse my photos. So I've tried to do this little presentation, and for whatever reason, my photos stretch, but you can get the idea of the type of work that I do, right? All right, so that's one of my clients there. She is very happy, honey. Look at that smile. Hair is laid, makeup slayed. We're looking great. That's the type of work that I do for you. And so I'm going to show you how to do it like the pros do it, right? So let's get into some of my other clients that I've served, just so that you can see that I really do know what I'm doing. Like, this is definitely a gift that God gave me, and I am here to share it with you for free. 7 of you is all I'm asking. Um, is that you would register to. Why isn't this lit? It isn't. Why isn't it working? Okay, so I'm not really sure why I cannot. Let me see if I could bear with me a moment. We're having some technical issues where I can't get my um, photos to show. Let me see if I can do a presentation where, bear with me, guys. Let's see. Um, is it up here? Wait, that's one. Y'all, this is real life stuff. It happens. Just bear with me, please. I want to be able to show y'all these photos of some of the clients that I've done, because like I've said, I've done this for years, and I am very confident that I can guide you into how to do it for yourself. And I'm very excited to be able to offer this to you all, because we don't know what's coming ahead. COVID came and we didn't expect it. We didn't know that what was going to happen, but it did. and a lot of us were unprepared, and we had to still show up. We had to still show up and do the work. Let me see. So I'm going to share my screen because for whatever reason, technology wants to give me a fit, but we're not entertaining that. We're going to move on. I'm going to share my screen. And y'all don't laugh at all the junk. I have a ton of stuff on my computer. Um, let's share. Um, about the window. One second. Share, I think. Uh-oh, no. Share. Okay, I think I'm sharing. Okay, let me go to the file. All right, so let's look at some of the photos just so that you can actually see that I do know what I'm talking about and that I am able to help you guys. This is one of my clients. This is, um, why is it playing like a video? Anyway, that's one of my clients, and these are just some of the looks that, what is this thing doing? Lord help me. um, Let me see if I can pull that up. All right, that's one of my recent clients that I did makeup for a birthday party event. There's a client, Miss Ayana, did her hair and her makeup. And that is a whole weave, y'all. Didn't that look just like her hair? There's Miss Yaida. We did that for her birthday. And so I just wanted to be able to show you some of the work, smiley faces, some of the work that I do. There's Miss Leslie. And so, yeah, I just wanted to be able to show you some of the work that I do. I don't know why my little slideshow presentation didn't work, but it's okay. I just wanted to be able to show you some of the work that I do. And you guys, this is going to be it's going to be a great opportunity for you to get personalized information on how to do your own makeup at home, how to pick out color, because we could mess up this thing royally, and completely muck up our whole look and just give up on it because a lot of people make it complicated. It really isn't. And it's really fun to be able to play in color and to test textures and things like that, but I'll just make it very simple for you and very easy and effortless. You don't need a whole full kit. I'll show you how to select the right color. I will go through individually with you on what type of a foundation you should have, or if at all. You may not need foundation. I don't always use foundation. Sometimes I just use a little bit of concealer. I dust a little bit of color on my eyes, some mascara, some lip gloss or some lipstick, and I go. I keep it very simple. I don't always use tools. If you have fingers, these phalanges right here, technical term for fingers, phalanges. Um, those could be your tools. I'll show you how to use your fingers if you don't have a full kit of makeup brushes. And so we're going to make this very simplistic. It's going to be hands-on, interactive, and nothing but fun. So for those who are not able to join in on this type of event, we do have classes available. So I will be launching classes, and in these classes we're going to go even deeper. So we're going to talk about skincare, how to maintain that youthful look, how to maintain that healthy glow, right? Because as we're getting older, we want to maintain our youthfulness. We want to make sure that our necks don't tell our age. Yes, that's where we people can tell your age, that neck. So we're going to talk about how to keep that neck youthful and supple and prevent those wrinkles, and talk about the décolleté and how to keep that looking, smooth, because a lot of people, those are areas on our bodies we ignore. We're going to talk about different facial exercises that we can do to keep the wrinkles away. Now, yes, aging process can happen, but it doesn't have to invade our body to the point that we're unrecognizable when we look in the mirror. So, we're going to talk about skincare. We're going to talk about what products are great, what products are not, because how many people know that I am an avid for healthy skin? I'm an avid advocate for, using products that actually heal, or that actually nourish the skin, if you will. A lot of times the chemicals and what they use in these products could, do more damage than not. And so we're going to talk about ingredients. We're going to talk about um, techniques. How is it that you're supposed to apply the makeup? What makeup do you need? If you need makeup at all, how can you keep it simplistic? How can you maintain your youthful glow and not have that heavy feeling of makeup? Or how can you go out there and wear a full face of makeup, but have that no makeup look, right? There's tricks to that. And so I'm going to share all of that information with you. You are welcome to join in. If you could provide my link, that will be great. I want you all to register by clicking this link. Let's see if we can get the link to work. Hopefully, we can get that going. There we are. So if you could copy and click onto that link, that will be amazing. That will give me a head count of my 7 lucky women who will be joining me for a one-on-one live session. And this is going to be on, I'm going to host it on next Saturday, I believe. Next Saturday is the tentative date. Once we have our group, we will discuss further details once we get the information of who's actually going to be a part of this class. And then I will then later post about the course that you are able to partake in as well if you are interested. That will go into full detail. So we're going to go into all the gamut. You'll get all the information, all the deets. And the great thing is that you'll have lifetime access to either of these. So for the live hands-on virtual, you will have lifetime access to that. So you'll have it as a resource to be able to watch over and over again, just to follow through or to reference as you need it. And the same is true for the course. Now, that will not be live, it will be pre recorded. However, you will have lifetime access to it to reference as you will. So I hope that you guys got some great information out of this and realize how important it is, for us women, especially, to pour back into ourselves. We give so much to everybody else. And when it comes to us, we don't pour enough back into us. And how many people know that you can't pour anything from an empty cup? If you're empty, how can you pour into the people that you serve? How can you pour back into your family, the people that you love and care about? You're not giving them your best self. We're supposed to give from our overflow. And even though we're talking about, makeup, you know, it's a part of who we are, making ourselves feel good, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our skins. Like I said, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. So I hope that this was great information. I hope to see you all in my virtual class. And for those who cannot attend or who just don't want to attend, but you do want to know some information more in depth about skincare and makeup and all the deets, you are welcome to join in my training class. And I will be posting that soon so that you could get connected to learning more about it. If you have any questions, please do email me at bfabbroadcast@gmail.com, right? And so I want you all to also follow this podcast, our Wisdom Talks broadcast. If we could put that information up as well. Additionally, you guys can follow me on all the social media platforms at Beauty by Angela J. Follow the James 15 Project on YouTube. You can also find us at Canfield 413. And you guys follow me, like, share, and subscribe at BFAB Broadcast on YouTube. You can also follow me at Beauty by Angela J on Facebook and on Instagram as well. So until next time, you guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Please do again like and share this page. Share with everybody that you know. I'm sure they can't use it. They know somebody who can use the information that we share on this channel. So I thank you all for tuning in. You guys have a blessed rest of the evening. And until next time, be bold, be brave, and be beautiful. Bye.